Hi, this is Aditya, and this is the Funny Podcast. Here I'll be ranting about my hilariously odd past. If you kinda like it and find it worth a chuckle, then feel free to hit like or follow or even pay me a nickel. Well, new day, new story, and today I'll again walk down the history lane because I have a very specific story that I particularly found very hilarious the first time I lived it. And if you guys, relate to it, let me know in the comments if you're watching this on or listening to this on YouTube. Otherwise, I think there are other ways to get in touch with me. You can connect on Instagram or anything. Just let me know if you do relate because this particular story is very close to my heart. Now, most of us, we miss going out in these times. These are tough times. We stay at home, we don't go out, and we miss out on a lot of things that we usually did and we took for granted. Like we used to go for movies. Oh my god, I miss movies. Then there's parties, friends hanging out together, chilling, doing pretty much all the legal stuff. Then obviously dinner, because I particularly remember going to Barbecue Nation, eating a lot, and then lying my guts out saying that it's my birthday to get a cake, even though it's not my birthday and I don't like that cake. There's shopping that a lot of you do. A lot of you means not me, because I have never gone out on a shopping spree. I've gone out with people who go on shopping sprees, and I mean, it's boring for me, but they seem to enjoy it. So let's just keep it there. But most importantly, today I'm going to talk about a very particular event because we no longer go to SL World. Rather, we spend our time enjoying in a place which we call a club. And a lot of us have been missing out on clubbing because clubbing, particularly, is very enjoyable. If it's not, at least the society makes us feel like it is. And if you don't like it, you are the one at fault. Now, everyone is used to, or everyone is acquainted to this concept of clubbing. That is, going to a club, getting that stamp on your hand that yes, you are now allowed, and then seeing that look on the bouncer that, I hold the authority to give you the authority to enter. Then there's drinking, obviously, for those who are above the legal age in your particular states. Definitely, drinking is one of the important aspects in clubbing. Then you go to that small, dingy smoking area, which is usually a balcony, and there's no place to stand because 80% of that area is filled with smoke and 20% is with people. And lastly, the one thing that is supposedly the primary reason for clubbing, that is dancing. I mean, not everyone does it unless you call moving and stepping on other people's toes dancing, then yep, sure. Now, I also have gone to many clubs and I have been going to clubs for a long time, and I really love going to clubs. There's something about it that obviously I can't comprehend and put it into words. That's why I'm making jokes about it today. But yeah, I have gone to many clubs and they were all in Delhi. So love it. It's not an experience for me, it's an ecology altogether because I observe a lot. And I see what's happening, what's the bartender doing, what's the DJ yelling unnecessarily, how are the people stepping on each other's toes, is there any creepy guy looking at a couple who are making out on the dance floor. Everything is just amazing. और इस सब के बीच में मैं आज बताऊंगा अपना पहला एक्सपीरियंस, माय फर्स्ट एक्सपीरियंस, जो कि थोड़ा सा अलग था एज़ कम्पेयर टू सोशल स्टीरियोटाइप्स जो लोग बोलते हैं कि हाँ ऐसा होता है क्लबिंग में, वैसा होता है क्लबिंग में, वैसा नहीं था. So my first experience was probably in 2017. Yeah, it was in 2017. So unlike others जो डांस फ्लोर में ऑलरेडी चढ़ चुके होते हैं बिफोर दे टर्न 18, मैं वहाँ पे 21 की एज में गया, एंड sadly that is still not the legal drinking age in Delhi. Sorry, was not the drinking legal age in Delhi back then. So obviously bartender used to ask for IDs and stuff if it's not too crowded. If it is, he does not give two shits. And I went to this club in Delhi for a friend's birthday. She was turning 21 and we all went there. It was like a few of my friends, few friends that I know, I knew, and few of her own friends. Her boyfriend was also there. And this birthday party or this clubbing event took place in a place called Social. It's a huge chain, a lot of places. The one we went to was Nehru Place Social. So hashtag Nehru Place Social for life. And that was the funny thing, that it everything that transpired from there made a certain benchmark ki clubbing is not that cool. Now her boyfriend was supposed to reach there, meet us there. My one of my friends and the girl whose birthday it was, वो दोनों अलग आ रहे थे. मैं और मेरा एक दोस्त नोएडा से वहाँ जा रहे थे. उसका बॉयफ्रेंड अलग आ रहा था. 15 और दोस्त अलग आ रहे थे. एंड दिस गर्ल वॉज प्रिटी वेल, लाइक फ्रॉम प्रिटी वेल टू डू फैमिली. सो हाँ, उसने काफ़ी कैश रखा हुआ था. आई मीन इट वॉज जस्ट आफ्टर डिमोनेटाइजेशन एंड अ पर्स was stuffed with 2000 rupee notes for this particular party for less than 10 people actually. So her boyfriend was supposed to meet us, so we all gathered outside Nehru Place Social, which is the entire complex is underneath the Nehru Place metro station. Those who know, they know. Now uske niche ek pura food court, cafes, discos, pub, सब कुछ बना हुआ है. So we met outside this place and the place is called Epicuria. तो हम Epicuria पहुँचे, we entered there and we were waiting for the boyfriend because I mean 5-6 people had gathered and the boyfriend along with 2 more friends had to come in. So meanwhile this friend of mine जिसका birthday है, she is like कि I'm really craving for a good वाली चाय. So I thought she would say कि चलो बाहर कोई ठेला होगा जो कुल्हड़ वाली चाय देगा. But नहीं. She said this and she started walking towards Chayos for an overpriced cup of, kullhad of good chai. I tasted it. It wasn't anything different from what you get on the roadside, except for the part that it's good, which I barely tasted. And obviously it was very expensive. I wasn't that into that. I was more into the boozing part for the day. Now when we were inside Chayos, we ordered the tea, we were talking. My friend got a call. From here onwards I'll call her the birthday girl. The birthday girl got a call and it was the boyfriend. I don't even remember his name, so let's just call him the boyfriend. So he said that he's outside Chayos, which was basically the foyer area of the entire mall. Now वहाँ पहुँच के we had to socialize because a lot of us were meeting each other for the first time. We were all from different circles and we were now colliding. ऐसा बिग बैंग की तरह हम लोग टकरा रहे थे. तो ठीक है, हाथ वाथ मिलाया. He was telling his name, whatever it was, and all of a sudden and one thing that you need to know about this boyfriend is that he was really enthusiastic about clubbing. I mean, if this particular clubbing event, okay, no, in my head I thought it would make a good joke, but I won't go there. If you want a little sneak, I'll just say that it was something related to the Holocaust. Going ahead. Now this person was overtly enthusiastic for clubbing. He represented what clubbing in Delhi is. So he was like very excited and he just said, he was being too intimidating. This was very overwhelming कि यार ये इतना क्यों अपने आप को exert कर रहा है. And he yells in an empty area where 2 security guards are ready for frisking our bodies and accidentally groping my balls. He yells, "Chalo guys, let's get in." And it was not a like a very busy day. It was crowded but not that busy. So I did not understand that rush. और मुझे समझ में नहीं आया कि इतना क्यों उत्सुक हो रहा है. And being a little blunt back then, I just accidentally happened to say, हाँ ठीक है ना, अपने बाप को मत समझा. He could not hear it, thankfully, but 3 of my friends heard that and they started laughing really loud, very loud. They started laughing and looking at me, and the other people now look at me and they are expecting for me to tell the entire thing, that why they are laughing or what exactly have I said. And I obviously can't say that. So I just said कि पता नहीं क्या हुआ इनको, let's just go. So we got through and then we reached the entrance of the club. Here in the entrance only, I was stopped. Let me tell you, till date, I am quite old now. But even when I was 21, the person who would look at me would say that I'm definitely underage, like 16 or 15 or something. I was thin, scrawny, everything that goes into the checklist of a teenager, a almost pubescent teenager. So the bouncer stopped me. He was like, आप नहीं जा सकते. मैं like, क्यों? बोलते हैं कि एज. मैंने बोला 8, मैंने बोला 21. तो लाइक ID. सो दैट्स व्हेन, बिकॉज 2 लोग आगे जा चुके थे हमारे ग्रुप के एंड बाकी के सब मेरे पीछे खड़े थे. एंड एवरीवन वाज नाउ लुकिंग एट मी thinking कि because everyone else had like proper beard, they had bulked up bodies and they looked like 30s, but they might have been younger than me. तो इतने में everyone was looking at me. The bouncer right now had that thing कि now you are at my mercy. तो हो गया. I took out my wallet. He was like कि ID दिखा. And he thought कि I will just do the entire maneuver कि हाँ मैं दिखा रहा हूँ कुछ, but I have nothing and so on. But मैंने अपना ID निकाला, which is thanks to मोदी जी, आधार कार्ड निकाला और मैंने उसके टेबल पे फेंका. He saw it. He's like हाँ ठीक है जाओ. And that was how I entered that club. जिसके बाद I think that seems very difficult for me to explain what happened or what I heard, because all I heard was noise. मतलब कुछ भी बज रहा था and nothing could be understood. इतनी आवाज़ थी, इतना शोर था. And this was not even the entrance. वो एक बहुत पतली गली है, जैसे as if they want to make you feel like you are entering Diagon Alley. और वो इतनी पतली गली में वो आवाज़ दीवारों से टकरा के इतना वाइब्रेट कर रही थी. I actually rethought कि हाँ, was that swag worth it? उतना कुछ करने की ज़रूरत थी इस चीज़ के लिए. And we went in. We found ourselves a table जहाँ पे कोई खड़ा नहीं था. Not that the table was empty. We went there, we stood there because everywhere else there were people and they were dancing or they were making that crowd that goes oh. तो वहाँ पे पहुँच गए and the first thing everyone said was let's drink. ये नहीं कि क्लब आए डांस करें. As I said before, dancing was the main aspect, but we were focused on the drinking part. So ठीक है, ड्रिंक करने के लिए everyone started saying that we'll have this, we'll have that. A few girls were like, we'll have the LIIT. The boyfriend also said LIIT. Then they looked at me and my friend. My friend said, I'll have a whiskey. Anything is fine. और मैंने बोला, I'll have a beer. So the boyfriend said, because obviously the girlfriend handed over the cash to the boyfriend and he was going to go and buy. So he pointed at my friend, said, whiskey, right? And then he pointed at me, beer, right? Like, yeah. He went. And there was a crowd at the counter, so he could not reach. He came back, yelled LIIT for all, beer and whiskey. We were like, yeah. And he said, no, you'll have LIIT. You should try this place's LIIT. That is the shiz. And तब मैंने कुछ नहीं बोला. I had learnt my lesson. But my friend said, चूतिया. And that guy probably heard or probably read his lips as sure yaar. And he went ahead. He brought this 1 liter whole, पता नहीं केमिस्ट्री लैब से कुछ उठाया हुआ लंबा सा टम्बलर था. एंड उसके सामने ऐसे लंबी लंबी पाइपें लटकी थी. उसने सबको एक एक नोजल पकड़ा दिया कि लो चूस लो. एंड आई मीन दैट मेड नो सेंस. अलग अलग ग्लास में ले आता भाई, ये क्या है. और उसमें भी LIIT के नाम पे 80% अगेन वो जगह जैसे स्मोकिंग जोन में धुआं भरता है, यहाँ पे 80% बर्फ था. आई केम बैक होम एंड आई चेक्ड गूगल करके कि होता क्या है भैंचोद LIIT में, वाई इज इट सो मच आइस एंड लेस टी. एंड उसके बाद 2 घूंट पीने के बाद इट वॉज एनी वे वेरी फकॉल. आई डोंट थिंक LIIT इज दैट गुड. So it was very fuck all. I said कि please can you get me a beer or let me go and get myself a beer. And my friend was like no if you don't like it I'll get it, don't worry, I'll get it from the waiter. उसने बोल के एक और बियर मंगाई. I started drinking my beer. उतने में बाकी की जो ग्रुप थी, मेरे एक दोस्त और मेरे अलावा, they started dancing. And dancing as again it is, जगह है नहीं, तो सब अपने में टकरा रहे हैं. एंड वो टकराने की वजह से जैसे वो पेंडुलम्स होते हैं जो एक के बाद एक टकराते हैं, वैसे ही ये भी टकरा रहे हैं. And they are moving accordingly. It did not feel different than a local train's dabba. Oh sorry, I am talking with reference to Delhi. A metro's dabba. So वहाँ पे डांसिंग हो रही है, स्मोकिंग, और यू नो दे आर ड्रिंकिंग. देन दे डिसाइड कि हाँ चलो वी वांट टू स्मोक. तो मैंने बोला कि यार यहाँ पे कंजस्टेड तो हो रहा है. दे सेड कि स्मोकिंग एरिया बैल्कनी में है. तो मैंने बोला ओके ठीक है, हवा खाने के लिए बैल्कनी तो जा सकते हैं. तो मैं भी अपने दोस्तों के साथ गया जो स्मोक करना चाहते थे, बट वहाँ पे जगह नहीं थी. देर वॉज नॉट अ सिंगल इंच फॉर मी टू स्टैंड. एंड आई वॉज लाइक कि मैं जा रहा हूँ. एंड उससे ज़्यादा मेरे को फ्रेश फील हुआ जब मैं पूरे क्लब से बाहर निकला. एक तो इतना बड़ा क्लब है, अंदर वॉशरूम नहीं है, वॉशरूम के लिए बाहर जाना पड़ता है. और फिर बाहर जाओ, वॉशरूम इज़ क्लीनर देन द क्लब. मैं गया, ऑलरेडी मेरी जीन्स में पता नहीं कौन सी कॉकटेल मॉकटेल गिर चुकी है, कौन से मोमो की चटनी गिर चुकी है, मुझे कोई आइडिया नहीं. आई केम आउट, माई फ्रेंड वॉज कमिंग टूवर्ड्स द वॉशरूम सेइंग कि हवा अच्छी है ना. मैंने बोला हाँ. एंड ही ऑल्सो वेंट इन. दिस इज़ वॉट क्लबिंग इन Delhi actually feels like. And ever since I've been to that, I still go to clubs. I enjoy this particular view from a distance. That was all from my side today. I think it went a little long, but if you find it something amusing, if you relate to it, please let me know in the comments. If you're watching it on YouTube, like and subscribe. Bell icon भी दबा दो कभी कभी. मतलब anyway, it's not going to cost you money, as we've discussed in the previous podcast that I am not going to buy YouTube Premium, so I'm not going to ask you to do so. And if you are listening to many of the podcasting streams or audio streams that I am on, then please follow me and tell this to your friends. There's also a Patreon by my name. If you want to put up some money that will help me buy a new mic, then please do. Thank you so much. I'll come up with another story, another rant. Bye bye.